Hello and welcome to the Brickfreaks. Today with another childhood dream. I showed you the BMW M1 racing version from Mould Speed Champion a week or two ago. And that was one of my biggest dreams as a child. Another big childhood dream, the noises are my dogs. Another big childhood dream is the Lamborghini. And now it depends. Wikipedia says it's Countach with a G, Countach. You can say Countach or Countach. I don't know. So I say Countach or Countach. Countach. I say Countach. So the Lamborghini Countach. Produced from 1974 to 1990, was one of the first super sport cars, 12-cylinder, middle motor, two-door supercar. Has 2.9 liter or 5.2 liter CCM and has from 375 to 455 horsepower. So this was built 16 years. It's a long time, and we only have 2,000 of it. And the first ones, like I said, 375 horsepower, and later on, end of the 80s, in 1919 was the last one. The last ones had 455 horsepower, and in the 70s and 80s, it was an extreme high number. Not many sport cars had these numbers, so this was really one of the first super cars, together with one or two other Ferraris. And I knew this car from two things. I'm from a small village out of Germany, out of the Black Forest. So the chances to see this car live on street was zero. I see a lot of bulldogs, tractors, but no super sports cars. And I seen this car mostly in two places. The card games I played often in Germany. In the 70s, 80s, you play a lot of card games, and with cars, and the higher number wins, you get the cards from the others, and who has first all of the cards was the winner. And the other was the movie. In Germany, it's called On the Highway, Hell is Breaking Loose, directly translated back, but the original is, I believe, Cannonball Run. With Burt Reynolds, and I believe the car was red there. I'm not pretty sure. I believe it was red with two wonderful young women in very clothes, very tight clothes. And as a 14-year-old, I was blown away from the car, the girls, and the movie. Now, okay, the movie isn't so good. The girls, 80s style, but I still love the car. Okay, the Lamborghini Countach. I was very excited when Mould announced this, and I ordered it immediately. This car is available in white and yellow, and there is a RC behind when you order it. Link is in the video description. This here is radio controlled. This here can drive. Yes. This is motorized on a special way. We came to this later on. Okay, instructions. No problems with the instructions. The car has a lot of problems, but they're depending not on the instructions. The only thing you have to be aware of with these instructions is there is a white and a yellow version, and they made only one instruction for the yellow version. Yes, but here in the box, where you see which part are in the next step, you see when you use white instead of yellow, so you see it. But you have to be concentrated through the whole set to ever look, is it white or is it yellow, because some parts are still yellow inside. So you really have to be concentrated. Yeah. 1,384 pieces, 4 building steps. So around 300 to 350 pieces with each building step. That's great. So I hope my dog won't bark if the postman comes the way. We got a sticker sheet, but in my opinion, this is a street car and no racing car. So nah, we don't need this. I don't think that this car looks good stickered. This car is so iconic in its shape, and it determined the whole design language for Lamborghini for the next 50 years. This is 74. We have 24, so this car is 50 years old. Or at least it was the first version. 50 years. And till now, a lot of the Lamborghinis have this stealth bomber look. This is so iconic. So this car really shaped more than, okay, Porsche is more unique, the shape over more than 50 years, but you know what I mean. This is so iconic, this shape. And if you're looking now and a lot of Lamborghinis, Diablo, Huracan, or how they are called, they mostly have a shape that is, yeah, coming from this. Okay, so instructions, okay, but you have to be concentrated. Pieces, all the white is the same, so that's great. We have no color problems, no inconsistency with the colors. The clutch power is very good, very, very good, no problem. No problems with the clutch power. We have a lot of problems design-wise, so this car easily falls apart, but that's not a problem of the clutch power. It will fall apart with Lego or with other manufacturers too, because it's very, very fragile. So we're going directly from the quality parts or the quality of the parts to the assembly. I built this 2 times. I was finished, and there are a lot of parts that love to fall from this thing. And I was finished, and I was 2 parts fall away, and I pushed. I wanted to fix it, and during fixing the car, it falls so apart that I was sure I'm not getting it done without doing this whole thing from scratch. So I started from scratch. 4 or 5 years ago, I would be furious as hell. Meanwhile, I think, shit happens. Okay, I build it again. So, but I built it again, but still, this here is a very fragile car from the building techniques. Still, there are falling pieces off. You have to be really, really careful. The main thing or the main problem is when you put it in the middle, push it up. Because we have here 2 very unique things in it. The whole car is built on 2 modules, 2 power functions modules. The one in the front is steering. It's connected with a cable with the back box. The back box does the driving. So you see the photos of this. This is so cool. The idea of that opens so many possibilities for creator cars that could be RC. Because with the length of the cable, here there are only so far the components. You can really go 10, 20 centimeters more in length, and you can go with longer axles. You can go, or you can expand in the width. So with these 2 models, you have nearly endless possibilities in this scale to build creator cars. And they are really flat. They have a lot of studs, they have a lot of pins, so it's really, this is the coolest thing on this set. The set, sometimes I want to throw it against the wall, but I love these 2 parts inside because you have so many possibilities. In the last year, it was not easy to give power to the creator cars, because to get the Lego motors, the Technic motors inside here and the battery box and everything, there was not much space, studs and Technic, and you know what I mean. But with this here, wow, there are so many possibilities. But now we came to the but. This here is so fragile. If you drive this against anything, the chair or the table, the leg of the table, there will be falling parts of this vehicle. It is what it is. Especially around the back tire inside. There are a lot of things that are only hanging on one stud, and if enough force is brought to the set, it will fall apart. Not totally, but it will fall a little bit apart. That's not a real big deal, because you can put it in again, as long as you don't lift it up in the middle. Because if the main structure is broken, you can't repair it. The assembly starts with the two models or the modules. You bring some parts on these modules, then you're connecting the modules, and then you're starting to build the car. You see some photos now. Like I said, the problem is you have these two modules, and in the middle, especially with this Lamborghini, we don't have bricks really from one to the other module that connect this really strength. Not so much. So if you put in the middle, the weight from these modules at the end, in the beginning or the end, will bend through. Gravity is always the winner. So if you want to push it up, do it this way. Yeah, this way, never this way. Okay, we can open a little bit here. We can open the famously wing doors. We can open here a little bit. We can this here open a little bit. But this is not a playset, really, really not. Okay, so this is for people to assemble with good nerves and think, yes, I need something new. I need an adventure. So then buy this set. Or if you need the modules, because they are really great for a lot of cars. I believe in a few weeks or months, we will see from Mould King other cars, perhaps cars that are better for this than a Lamborghini, who is designed so fragile, with a Charger or something like that, or Mustang. This must be great, absolutely, but not with this Countach. Okay, so we have the problem. You have to be very careful during reading the instructions with the color. You have to be very careful during the assembly. Don't put it in the wrong way. Be careful. Don't too much pressure, not enough pressure, but not too much pressure. So very, very fragile. If you have done it, yeah, you're happy. And then you are looking at it, and then after you are happy that you finished it, then you're starting to see other problems, in my opinion. So this here, this mudguard, I know, fender, it's okay with these plates or these tiles. It's okay. But here in the back, it doesn't look really good. It doesn't look really good. No, sorry, but this is ugly. Another thing is, underneath you see a lot of yellow, yellow, blue, red, yellow. You see still the yellow parts, they didn't change. So if you buy this and you really wanted this, then take the yellow version. Then you don't have the color problem. You don't have to be so concentrated with the instructions, and you don't see the yellow here shining through. So two problems of the car are solved if you're using the yellow version. The other things you can't solve. The gap here, this two big pieces, two thick pieces. If you're looking, the front is very cool. The side shape overall is very cool. The back is looking very cool. In my opinion, you've seen the pictures. Meanwhile, very, very cool. But if you're looking from above, you have a gap of 1 inch between the roof and the door. And I know all the other creator cars don't have windows or glass inside here. I know that. I know that. And I don't expect it. But the others don't have this angle. And so you don't see the gap as much as here. So for that car, I had preferred another solution. I don't know. Next thing is the windshield. Why isn't this, is it trapeze, or is it, you know, when when it is here longer than there and you have the two diagonal. In German it's called trapeze. I don't know the English term for that. If you have taken such a windshield, that would be great looking. But here, with this quarter windshield and the pieces for the A-pillar, no. And so you see the gap from the door to the, or from the roof to the door. So I was so hyped for this car. And during the assembly, forget about the difficulty of the assembly, but during the assembly I was really, yes, I have a Countach or a Countach and I can drive it and so on. And even after it falls apart from after the first assembly, I was pretty sure, okay, in the second assembly I make sure that it doesn't fall apart so easy, and I did this. It doesn't fall as easy apart as the first time, but it's still a very fragile set. And another thing is the rims and the tires. The tires are too thick. The rims must be more thicker rims, less thicker tires. And I believe here it's not looking good, but here with this fender and the rim and the tire, it's really awkward, in my opinion. It's really looking awkward. And yeah, I wish I could say buy this. It's a cool set. I wish I could. But I can only say buy this if you want the two power function modules for other creator cars or other things you want to buy. Then buy the set, because these modules are very, very cool and open a lot of possibilities. Or you're thinking this is good enough and you have nerves, unbreakable nerves, then buy the set. For the others, wait what Lego offers us. Okay, Lego version will cost $180. This year costs $60 and is electrified. It's only a third of the Lego versions. You can buy 3 of this here. So you have 3 times the power module and can then buy the Lego version to power the Lego version. Forget about that. Okay. I would love to tell you this is a great set and I love it. But I don't hate this set, but I'm very, very disappointed about how fragile it is, that you can drive it, but if you make one mistake, then a lot of parts will fall from the set after you crushing into a table leg or something like that. And then the fender, the rims, the tires, the gaps, the colors I see underneath. Too much, sorry, Mould King. There are too much compromises and yeah, just too much compromise. This is not a good set. Sorry, Mould King. And I'm pretty sure, sorry for saying this, but I'm pretty sure no one of you assembled the set in real. You only assembled it digital, because when you assemble this here in real, you will recognize that it is a flimsy, flimsy set, and you can imagine how many customers will hate it. So please, Mould King, buy your sets in real life, not only digital. Okay, we have around 33 centimeters in length. We have 9.5, nearly 10 centimeters in height. And on the fender, we have 16.5, and on the mirrors, we have 16.5. So, okay, this is the RC. So nice is that it's analog. It's a little bit small, but we will see. Okay, now I say have fun and goodbye. And now I will charge here the power modules and make some driving scenes for you, so that you see this thing is really driving and not telling you bullshit. But I wanted to to wait that I have filmed the German and the English version before I film the driving scenes, because I don't know if it's surviving the driving scenes. Okay, thank you for watching. Next set here on this channel, at least from me, I don't know what Gregor is bringing you next. I bring you a Corvette. Yes. Technic 1x8 Corvette in yellow, and I hope that the instructions are not white. Bye bye.